Sesibuyile. You're still watching Mzanzi Fundiz, where we discuss anything and everything that has to do with South African football. Pelo hai since beke fitile ngidutla madi beke a kitso re beke go itlo irahalang beke Mamposa grand mfethu
no ake grand
re ka thusa yang gore ke batlo itse re late mang
I just need to know Sundowns is Cardoso still the coach for what good reason under the sun
I sale sikelela Cardoso ake re Lufuno bo bona ba opela ba sikelela
Cardoso Don Cardoso
or are the Don
they don't are fluke this thing.
Oh. And he fluked pain into
exactly. The reason that I said fluke meant that
you are aware,
Here's a couple of things that one looks at. You were at home. You didn't manage to beat Pyramid. And there were so many things. I think the whole world saw that you needed Mshishi to be able to play. But the one person that could have the key to say Mshishi go on said, and this is my take, it's not scientific, it's not based on talking to anybody. Cardoso wanted to fluke it without Mshishi so that he can be able to say, I did it my way.
There are talks that it's not necessarily Cardoso, could have been maybe instructions from up top.
He must then say, whoever gave him that instruction must vamos there. Because
no, I
get it's a package. Let them package themselves out of Sundowns. Because when you look at it, here's where you are. You are saying, your excuse is to say Mshishi came from an injury, right? We understood. You've been giving Mshishi cameos. Go look back at when you played Al Ahly. Go look back in the league when Sundowns finished. You gave him the 10-15 minutes because you were managing him. Now Mutiba comes. The last time Mutiba touched the ball in a competitive match was 2023 December. And in the final...
He got him a run. He got him a run at Sundowns. There's a game that he gave him few minutes.
Who?
Yeah, not the same Cardoso. He gave Mutiba.
Chief, please don't get involved. You've got other problems. This is an internal match. The first time all of us at Sundowns saw Mutiba, even Mr. knew Taki. What number he wore.
Mr. Taki.
It was the twins of Takini. So you now got a team which says you have not played, you don't have any chemistry whatsoever to speak of. Training is not chemistry because training you'll do the set drills and everything. You are now saying you haven't played since 2023, but now I'm going to throw in the final. And then there's a gesture that Cardoso made that made me say, Ish, whatever sway word I knew, I think if it didn't come out that time, he's going. Who must do that pass if Mshishi is on the bench? Because if you close down Ribeiro, who is a big outlet, what else is left?
Lekoko, one thing that we always keep missing is to give credit to Pyramid. Pyramid have played two beautiful games against Sundowns. At Loftus, they neutralized Sundowns. They created chances at Loftus.
And maybe, sorry for interrupting you there, I want to highlight the point out, they did it without disrupting the way they play.
Absolutely. They never changed how they play. They kept moving, they kept attacking, even when they're in Egypt. They only defended after scoring the second goal because they knew that they've got the game in their hands. No, but it's the truth.
So first goal, they were building that goal. It was a beautiful assist by Grant.
It doesn't matter. You take your luck. Take your luck.
Grant laid the ball forward and said, Fistin,
Mara, any other striker would not have passed.
Would not have scored that ball.
Instinct.
So now what I'm saying, I said last week when I was talking to my brother Mpho, Pyramid has got goals on them. You can even reference me when they were playing Pirates. I still say this.
No, when he's right, he wants a reference.
No, but I still say Pyramid is. What's my problem? Prior to the semi-final and whatnot, Mpho was speaking very nice about Pyramid. Say, this team, they play flamboyant football. Their coach is not from Africa, he's from Guy. Hi, Sundowns. He forgets everything.
No,
and that's when he was beaten. No. Because
this is simple.
Yeah.
When you don't have emotions invested in something, you look at it objective. This badge, Mamelodi Sundowns, is everything to football to to us. So when you then look, you are clouded by, because you're going, does Cardoso have the manpower? Yes, he does. He's got the arsenal to be able to do anything. Can he? The one thing that is very clear, he doesn't know how to utilize it. Because you are sitting, don't come tell us and show us with photos on Instagram on Monday after you've lost that. When scheme. Hey, we don't care whether you're a scheme or not. All we wanted, play them.
The profiling of teams is very important. Pyramid, if you profile them in Egypt, they're a very difficult team to beat in Egypt. I believe they're also playing the final again, the cup final there. So that tells you what kind of a team you are going to play against. The good thing is that it wins. The good thing is that Sundowns have played Pyramid before. Sundowns have seen Pyramid playing Pirates in South Africa and Egypt. They feel as Pyramid. Sundowns should have planned properly. And I think Cardoso failed. He failed, especially the game in Loftus.
But where's the failure? Is the failure in the starting 11 or is the failure in the substitutions that he's bringing in? Because I look at
the first game in Loftus, he got this team wrong. This team that he started was wrong. He's playing at home. He was very conservative. You're supposed to have attacked that team. He had packed Loftus roaring to help him to win the game. This final, he lost it at Loftus. Because if you look at in Egypt, really Sundowns second half played well. First half, Sundowns were in the dressing room.
No.
Second half,
you can't say second half.
But they pushed.
The last 10 minutes. The last 10 minutes.
But okay,
the last 10 minutes.
All I'm saying is to you, Mpho, first half. In Egypt, Sundowns was sitting in a dressing room. They never come out of the dressing room.
So here's my thing. Now, going back to answer your question, Cardoso lost the finals home and away on the following things. Wrong personnel, that he starting 11. Second, when the moment arose, as we spoke last week, the wrong substitution. Because if you play the right substitution, it changes the way the game is. It changes how the game is played. It changes what the opposition will do. Because Mshish is not a player that's going to come and be able to play. You're now playing, you've brought in all the forwards, but there's nobody in the middle to be able to give it, to give them the ball. Because Tebza and Alende were not the outlet on the day, in either day. But you are now saying, I'm still not seeing anything wrong there. So in that is where Cardoso then got it wrong, because who was supposed to feed those guys? Because all Pyramid had to do is neutralize Repero.
Steve Komela was there.
Head coach Iki Cardoso.
Yeah, Steve is there to tell him Ribata Mushishi.
Okay, so he tells from where he sits, Nabi's the man in charge. Not Nabi's assistant was there. No, assistant is never there. Everything is built on, and this is why, everything is built on the coach's shoulders, not the assistant.
Lufuno, quickly.
There's a certain thing that happened here in the PSL. When Coach Rulani ran and stopped the substitute, that is the job of an assistant. You are not there to be a ball boy. You are there to add value as an assistant and say, now it's time, we need this player. You cannot tell me that Cardoso was not consulting with Steve to say, now we put Sales ahead of Mushish. Now we put Mutiba ahead of Mushish. Come on. It doesn't make sense to me.
Can I head coach Gema?
Cardoso,
nothing.
That's all we have for now. Do make sure you stay in Mzanzi Fundiz. Harbo, re tlo tshela pelo e ka letswae hape go re nyo gore alle ka tjena. Dula le rona.